Hey Zoya, I'm Samantha, friends with your mommy, and I'm here to share my advice on how to remain a virgin until marriage. So I've been a virgin for 25 years and I'm now engaged. So I'll soon be married. My top three reasons were one, I wanted God's best for me. Two, I was more interested in intimate, lifelong connections. And three, I wanted to guide my heart. So when I say I wanted God's best for me, God is the one who created sex to begin with. So He's the one who knows how we can enjoy it best without any consequences. I mean, if you go back to the Garden of Eden, technically, if they just stayed in the garden and enjoyed all the fruits, we wouldn't be having all the problems we had now. So I trust that for me to have the best experience, I should follow the way that He created it, which is in marriage. We usually love the idea of old school relationships, but we're not willing to do what they did to actually make quality relationships last. And I realized that the pain of breaking up every minute, forming a deep connection with somebody and then breaking up every time, that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to find one person that you want to spend the rest of your life with and have that one intimate connection with for life. And that's what I'm aiming for. I didn't want to be attaching myself to random people, having sex here and there, only to down the road not want to talk to them or ending a breakup or we're not friends, we're strangers, etc. That was just not what I was interested in. I preferred having lifelong, intimate connections with persons. So I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to avoid temptation if you're deciding to wait to have sex at marriage. Tip number 1, don't put yourself in temptation in the first place. Don't even, if you know you like the guy, don't go to him house. Full stop. Don't go out with people by yourself. I was going in groups of friends. Don't say you want to watch if you want to watch Netflix, get your own password and watch it at home by yourself. Just don't put yourself in the position to begin with. Number 2, set the record very straight when you just start talking to a guy. You're going to have relationships, you're going to have little crushes or whatever. However, don't have the guy guessing and feeling like, yeah man, I have Zoya now, I know I can move up to the next level. Let him know that Zoya is not interested in having sex with anybody she's not married to. So the expectations are set super clear. And if it's somebody who hears what you say, but they're trying to tempt you all the same, that's not somebody who you should be connecting with in the first place. Number 3, be very clear on your reason and what your goal is. So whenever there's a temptation, a cute guy, or whatever the case may be, if you're very set on this is what I want and this is why I want it, it can usually override the feeling. Number 4, focus on other interesting things that are exciting, that are educational, that are fulfilling. There's so many adventurous stuff to do in this world outside of sex. Focus on those and I promise you won't miss it. And finally, number 5, take the way of escape. The Bible says God always provides a way of escape whenever you are tempted. So if it is a phone call, anything, any little moment or itch or something going wrong in the moment, that is if you get past the place you're like, boy, is really going to happen, something will always happen to say, you know what, nah, I don't think so, I don't want to anymore, I'm changing my mind. And if you need to pack up your things and run baby girl, run. Final pro tip, don't trust yourself. Point back, baby girl. You are going to want to have sex, even if in your mind you're like, oh, I want to wait until marriage. Your desire will still be there. It's really in self-control, remembering why you made a decision in the first place, and then putting boundaries in place. Trust me, the guy is going to hit you with that line. I've heard it so many times. So you don't trust me? You're not coming over my house? So it's me you don't trust? Just hit them with a, yeah man, of course, I trust you. And me not trust, so I'm not come at your house. Sorry. Well, there you have it, Zoya from Jamaican Vegan Virgin, Samantha, giving you just tips on if you decide to wait until marriage. It will get easier over time. You may have some difficulties and some parts will be much easier, but you can use any of these tips if you decide to make that decision. All the best. Don't grow up, it's a trap. Not for true.